Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in beautiful Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today I'm here to tell you all about the 2017 Keystone Montana High Country 345RL. It's a great couples model. Let's go ahead and start on the outside here. We'll make our way around and then head on in. So the High Country does have a painted front cap on here. You will notice it's the max turn technology, so it's cut back, which means it allows for a greater turn so you can turn sharper without blowing out the back window of your pickup. Also right here in the front they do have a mirror as well as an LED light, so that way as you're backing your truck up you can make sure that you hook up nice and easily. Let's go ahead and shoot underneath. Open up the front storage compartment here. Notice how it is very clean. There's not a lot of stuff in here, not a bunch of wires. Everything's tied back, which is very nice. Then over to the side here, you see the battery box, and that is also connected to the battery disconnect there, which is nice. Also has a separate compartment, so if you need to access just the battery, you can go ahead and open this up and get right in there. You'll see a light right outside. Of course, that gives you extra visibility at night. Then right down below is the auto level system. That's the ground control 3.0. The control for that is actually on the off door side. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. But that is auto level. So touch of a button, the coach levels itself out. And then it also has a memory, which is very nice. So when you're done camping, push the button again, and it will go back to where you dropped it off at, so you can just back your truck right up. Right over here is your propane tank. You have a 30-pounder on this side, an additional 30 pounds on the other side. Power awning up top, you can take a look there. Just touch a button, of course, that rolls out. Same thing to roll right back in. LED light strip underneath. Two outside speakers here. Those are connected to the multimedia center inside, but it is Bluetooth capable. So if you want to sit out here, you can use your smartphone or tablet. Go ahead and connect to that via Bluetooth and be able to listen to your music. Frameless windows on this coach. Frameless windows have a couple big advantages. One, they're a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Two, the seals themselves are tucked behind the window. This is painted right here, so that way you won't get beat up nearly as bad by the elements. And lastly, because the way they open, you can keep them open while it's raining and still get airflow through your coach. Let's take a look at the storage compartment here. One of the things that Montana has changed for the fall of 2017 is they've gone to magnets. Still slam latch baggage doors that work extremely well there. But the magnets are great. If you don't have a slide, why have the struts when it holds out and have something that you can hit your head on? So instead they've gone to the magnets where you don't have a slide here, which is very advantageous. Huge storage on the Montana as well. That is due to drop frame construction. If you're wondering what that is, if you take a look underneath here, you'll see your 10-inch I-beam that runs through. It's powder coated, of course, to help prevent rust, but that is your main I-beam. That's your main support. Most manufacturers will run that all the way up. What Montana does, they actually drop an I-beam right here. They use an 8-inch I-beam underneath right there, and that gives you a ton of extra storage right here. Plenty strong, huge storage advantage. Definitely something that you want if you're looking for a higher end fifth wheel. TV hookups out here as well, so if you want an outside TV right up here, that's not an issue. And you will notice you have a light in there in case you have to access anything at night. Electrical outlet right outside as well, so of course if you don't want to have your door open, you still want to plug things in, you have the full capability to do that right there. Getting into the coach is very simple. 4 steps right here, as well as an easy grab handle. From the very first step all the way into the last one, you have a good grip. There's little traction tape on there. And then of course the grab handle there helps as well. So if you do have bad knees, it's not an issue getting into the 345. Let's drop down below the slide. We can take a look right here. You do have the aluminum rims on there, which help any kind of rust or corrosion. Also right in between, you will see they have the MORryde CRE 3000 suspension system. That's a great suspension system. It allows for 3 inches of travel to help take a lot of the bumps out of the road. Also has wet bolts, so it's easy to grease. Brass bushings on there as well. So definitely again, excellent suspension system on the High Country. So we come to the back here. Go ahead and open this up. This is the outside kitchen. They have changed this up a little. They gave it more of an industrial look in my opinion, which I actually rather enjoy. But you can see you have great storage all the way around here, which is nice. So plenty of space for cups, plates, whatever else you want to put out here. Microwave, in case you need to microwave a burrito or whatever else you need to. Makes it nice and simple to do there. Right here is your cooktop. This pulls right out, glass top on there. Just Just go ahead and lift that up. You can access your 2-burner cooktop there. There's a light in here in case you need to get in at night, and an electrical outlet right in the back if you want to plug anything else in. Also, they've changed the refrigerator. They've gone to a clear glass front, which is pretty neat. So whether you want to put beverages, condiments, or even if you want to put wine in there, makes a really cool, almost wine chiller outside. But either way, just makes for a nice outside kitchen. Let's come around to the back a quick second. A couple things I want to show you back here. One is the storage system right here. This is really nice for a couple different reasons. One is the obvious, which it gives you extra storage. Just take out the pins, drop it down. You can put bikes on there, you can put totes on there. When you're at the campsite, you can put a piece of wood on there, use it as a table, whatever you want to do. But that is definitely very advantageous to have. You have the huge storage up front with this, allowing for extra room, of course, while you're traveling. The other advantage, and a lot of people may not know this, is that if you strap anything to a bumper, most manufacturers will void your warranty because it's not built to take it. Not the case here. Because this comes from the manufacturer, they have ensured that the frame will withstand the torque of having a load on the back. So you can have that on there. All your warranties are 100% fine, and that's a big deal. Also, right behind there, right here, you will see utility shower. That has both hot and cold access. Oh, one last thing about warranties, one thing I forgot to mention. Montana does recognize full-time living. Most manufacturers, again, if they find out you're living full-time in your fifth wheel, they'll pull out that warranty right from underneath you and say that is not its intended use. Montana believes in their product. They know it's a great product. They will support full-time living, which is definitely a big advantage. Right here is your ladder, so if you need to climb up on the roof, it is a fully walkable roof, 16 inches on center. You have 5-inch trusses on there, and that's great. It's also a vented attic, so you can go ahead, don't have to worry about any moisture or anything getting up in the top, which is very nice. Right to the side there, beneath your taillights, you see a little shroud. That's your backup camera housing. So this is pre-wired for a backup camera. If you do want one, it's nice and easy to go ahead and have one installed. Okay, let's head to the off-door side. We'll take a look at the convenience center, and then we'll head on in. On the off-door side of the coach is where they locate the convenience center. You can see right in here it has everything you need, from your outside shower to winterization. Your valves for your dumps are in there as well. And again, you can see that they are nice and secure. You don't have to worry about anything freezing up on you. They're all insulated, which is great. Also over here, you have all your connections for cable and satellite, as well as a battery disconnect. Then right over here, as I mentioned, this is your auto level. So you can see that control right there. You can go ahead and touch a button to level that out nice and easily. But all right, that pretty much wraps it up for the outside. Let's go take a look at the inside. Welcome to the inside of the 2017 Keystone Montana High Country 345 RL. This particular model is in the Nutmeg interior. Let's go ahead and start off right over here. So you will see your freestanding table and chairs. There is a leaf in this table, just pulls out like so, and then you go ahead and lift it up, move it there, and this of course gives you the extra space, so if you do have additional guests, you have the room in which you can accommodate them. Also, all the seats do have additional storage, so if you do need to put anything in there, you can easily do that as well. Right down beneath is an electrical outlet, so if you need to sit at the table and do any work, if you need to work on a laptop or tablet, you can go ahead and plug in right there and have that extra power. Large windows all the way around too, let in a lot of natural light. Roller shades there. And LED lights up top. You actually have LED lights throughout the entire coach, which are great because they use a fraction of the power and don't put out near the heat. Also, if we take a look at the ceiling here, a couple things of note. One, you will see a Max Air fan right there. That does a fantastic job. If you don't want to turn on your AC, you can open up a couple windows, use that Max Air fan, and really get a great breeze coming through here. Also, right in the center, directly above the island, is a very large skylight. You do have a shade on there to close that off, or of course you can open it up, let the light in. You also have a couple LED lights there for nighttime. Right here is a ceiling fan, which as you noted, can do a great job of helping distribute the air in the coach itself. Then right back here is a quiet, cool AC. That AC is 30 to 35% quieter than your standard AC, meaning when you're back here having conversation, entertaining guests, or just sitting back relaxing and watching TV, you can actually hear what's going on and not have to yell over the AC. Speaking of watching TV, this coach comes fully equipped with a 50-inch TV, so it's plenty large to be seen, whether in the theater seating, the couch, or if you're prepping food in the kitchen. Good storage all along the top here as well. You can see the frosted glass. And you have additional storage down on the sides. Then right in the center here, you see a sound bar for superior sound quality. As I mentioned, we were outside. This is Bluetooth capable. Has different zones on here to control the speakers right there or the speakers outside. Also, there's a fireplace beneath that. Now the fireplace is not just aesthetically pleasing, it's also very functional. So with this, essentially that's free heat if you don't have to pay for electric. As long as you have shore power, you can run this guy. You don't have to run the propane in this area to take the chill off in this space. Of course, if it gets cold enough, it's not going to heat the coach. You are definitely still going to need to run your propane in that event. Along the back here is a tri-fold sofa, nice and comfortable. Tri-fold sofas are the preferable type of sleeper sofa in an RV, not only because they're comfortable to sit on, but they're comfortable to sleep on. You don't have a bar in your back or have to worry about an air mattress that deflates on you in the middle of the night. On both sides of the tri-fold, you have electrical outlets as well as a little end table, so if you need to set a drink down, you can do that. And of course, plug anything in on either end. Windows all the way around the sofa as well. Some LED lights here for reading and additional storage there up top. Now directly across from the TV, we have our theater seating and a slide out right here, which really opens this space up. Of course, all linoleum right here with the exception of in the slides themselves. And so that way it is nice and easy to sweep and clean up. But the theater seating, as I mentioned, directly across from the TV, both of these do recline. Cup holders right here in the center, and then you have a spot for remotes right there. So we move down a little further, we step into the kitchen. Beautiful solid surface countertops here on all of our surfaces in the kitchen. Of course, the center island, we're able to have the center island because we have dual opposing slides here. All down the center, or all down the side here rather, you see full extension ball bearing drawers, plenty of room for silverware, pot holders, spatulas, whatever else we need to put in there. And then right here, additional storage. You can see it comes with a trash can already, and you still have enough space off to the side for any cleaning supplies. You do have a pull-out faucet, which makes it nice and easy to do dishes. Sink top covers here. You can see the undermount stainless steel double bowl sink there. And you also have a countertop extension on this side. So if you do need a little bit more prep space, you can go ahead and pop that up. Also an electrical outlet on the other side of the island here as well. So if you need to plug anything in, blender, toaster, whatever, you can go ahead and do that. Recessed cooktop here with the glass cover. This of course does fold up and back just like so. That will reveal your 3-burner cooktop. It is Atwood. Front one there, high output. I personally like Atwood. I think they have great flame control on them, nice and easy to use. And then underneath you have your oven if you want to do some baking. Underneath the oven right there, you will notice some additional storage. And then if we move up top, some storage right up top here. Beneath that is our microwave. You will see this is a huge microwave. You have the turntable in there. 30-inch oversized microwave, so plenty of room for anything that you need to toss in there. The weight of the unit is on here. You can see it's 11,200 pounds. Your pin weight on this unit is 2,260. Residential refrigerator in here as well. It is Samsung, and when I say residential, I mean this may be, exactly what you have in your house. It does run off only electric, but there's an inverter, so that way as you're going down the road, it will make sure all your food stays cold. Go ahead and open this guy up. You can see a ton of room in here. Underneath is your freezer style drawer. It does have an ice maker. That's what that tray right there is for. And you can see even more storage, or space rather, for your freezer there. Now, that of course will be good for anything you need to freeze or that you need to keep cold, but for canned goods and chips, take a look at this. We have this gorgeous pantry, plenty of shelving here. Up top, they actually have a motion sensored light, so that way when you open the door up, the light turns on. When you close it, after a little while, that light will turn back off. That way you don't have to replace it nearly as often. Take a look right here. Good storage there as well. So you have the big pantry, you have additional storage here. Underneath you have this bar top. Personally, this is where I'd put my coffee maker. I think this is a great place. You can make a little, put your coffee maker here and all your coffees, creamers, or whatever you want to do. But they do give you an electrical outlet to go ahead and plug something in. You have some controls here for your lights. This will control some of the LEDs as well as the auxiliary lighting there up top, the blue lighting, your max air fan, and then thermostat here as well. 2 drawers, again, full extension ball bearing drawers there. And then right underneath here, you will see you have some additional storage and again, the blue auxiliary rope lighting underneath. But all right, folks, that wraps it up for the lower half of the 345. Let's head up the steps. We'll take a look at the bathroom and bedroom. The bathroom on the 345 has a pivot door, so it's easy to access no matter which direction you're coming from. As you move into the bathroom, you'll see right down here the porcelain foot flush lever toilet, porcelain being easier to clean. Then up above that, you have a set of robe hooks for towels or robes, of course. Over to the side, here's a linen closet, plenty of space for any extra towels and other bathroom goodies. Right here's a one-piece residential shower. You will notice how you have a seat, plenty of shelving there, hand wand, big skylight up top as well, and the sliding glass door. Move over a little more and you will notice your mirrored medicine cabinet with storage behind it, large vanity and sink top there, and storage underneath. In the bedroom of the 345, you will notice you have a large king bed, which is great. That way you have plenty of room. You're don't have to worry about elbowing and kneeing each other in the middle of the night. Also, you have ample storage underneath, which is very easy to access thanks to a couple struts on here. So you look up toward the front of the bed, you will see the leather headboard. It does have some padding there, so if you want to sit up against it and read, you can absolutely do that. And LED lights will aid you in reading at night. Both sides have nightstands there if you need to set a glass of water or if you need to plug in a cell phone. You'll also see 2 USB ports there in which you can charge those. Windows on both sides. And for the record, all windows in this coach do open, which is very important to note. You also have an additional electrical outlet on the side of the bed, so if you have a CPAP machine you need to plug in, that is not an issue. So you take a look at the very nose of the 345, you see large wardrobe space, you have a hanging rod going all the way across, shelf here right up top, and then you also have washer and dryer hookup. So the nice thing about this setup is you'll have your washer over here, your dryer over on the other side, so you don't have to have a combo unit, you can have 2 separate units in this coach. Also, there is a motion light right up here, very similar to the pantry, so when you do open this up, that light can come on. Then as you take a look at the foot of the bed, nice large window here. You have a seat here as well, makes it nice and easy to put your socks on, or you can go ahead and lift that up. You'll see a net in there, great place to go ahead and toss your dirty clothes. 32-inch TV at the foot of the bed as well, so you can go ahead and watch a show. You will notice how it's framed out. They didn't just slap it up on the wall. Just kind of goes to show you the quality Montana puts in, some of the little things there. Also underneath, an electrical outlet, so if you have any auxiliary equipment you want to plug in, you can easily do that as well. Then 2 large drawers here right underneath, so any clothes that are folded you want to put in here, you will see these are nice and deep. Last thing I want to talk about, folks, is right up here. This unit does have a second AC. So if you're going somewhere where it's really warm, you don't have to worry about not being cool enough in the coach. The 2 ACs will certainly handle it. All right, folks, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Again, this is a 2017 Keystone Montana High Country 345 RL. This is a great couples coach. If you're looking to spend some time while camping, this has everything you need. It has excellent construction. You have auto level for easy setup and tear down. Outside kitchen if you like to spend a lot of time outside. When you come in, you have a great floor plan with theater seating directly across from the TV, your tri-fold sofa, center kitchen island with lots of prep space and a large pantry, great bathroom space, a king bed in here. This is a winning floor plan, one you definitely have to take a look at. If you are interested in like price and availability, you can either give myself, Ian Baker, a call here at American RV, or you can take a look at our website, which is americanrv.com, for the most up-to-date information. Also, if you enjoyed this walkthrough, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be one of the first to see the latest and greatest from us here at American RV. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.